Yeah, as Americans watched the atrocities that Saddam Hussein inflicted on the Kurdish people, beginning with the chemical attacks, several years before, Operation Provide Comfort became one of our highest priorities. And it was one of those things that members of the military were very proud to participate in. And it went on, as you know, for years and years. It wasn't just a few weeks or a few months. It went on for, nearly the entire decade. And there were times when we deploy when there was a bit of a skirmish and we would have to lean more forward than we were before. But it was an ongoing effort. And as a member of the military, I'm very proud to say that we supported Operation Provide Comfort. Very proud to say that we supported the Kurdish people and tried to protect them. Oh, absolutely. And that's just not my own opinion. It was, I think, the opinion of the vast majority of the American people. It was the opinion of the American leadership, including Congress. And it was the opinion of the international community as well. There were multiple UN resolutions in support of that effort. And I think the world community and those of us, particularly in the United States and in the United States military, realized the importance of this and felt that it was the necessary thing at the time, and that support continues to this day. By the way, the Kurdish people, the Peshmerga, and others, they have a very positive impression on the American people. And as I said, it was an important undertaking for us to do that, and one that I supported at the time and I'm very proud of. Yeah, that's a complicated question, isn't it? The last time I visited Erbil, and the times that I've been there, I walk away so impressed with the community, with the city, with the autonomous zone, with the people that were there. And I can tell you this: these are the things that we absolutely support. We support the protections of the Kurdish people. We support that and recognize that that there's a different ethnicity and a different set of values in some of the Kurdish regions than there are in other parts of and surrounding areas around that. We recognize and support the idea that the Kurd people and the Peshmerga have been valuable allies to the Americans, and particularly in, for example, our fight against ISIS. So we want to protect that relationship. We want to protect and recognize the unique relationship between the Kurdish people and the United States government. And I think we want to foster that in every way that we can. Yeah, look, I think the relationship between the Kurdish people and the U.S. government is actually quite strong. Now, I know that our new president, President Biden, has maybe expressed some views that I don't want to say they're different than the previous president, President Trump, but he's taken a slightly different approach. And I think time will tell what his policies will be regarding Kurdistan. I can tell you this, that in Congress, there's strong support for the Kurdish people. As you know, I'm co-chairman of the Congressional Kurdish Caucus. That is an influential group, of a bipartisan group, by the way. It's Republicans and Democrats who support the Kurdish people, who recognize that there's a special alliance between us. And I think those feelings are going to prevail upon the administration as well, that I don't expect in any way for this administration to turn their back on the Kurdish people. I just don't think they're going to do that. Well, once again, Peshmerga are some of the fiercest fighters that we've ever had the chance to align ourselves with and to consider partners. And you know what? We knew that before the fight with ISIS, that the Peshmerga and the Kurdish people are willing to fight for freedom, that they're willing to fight for a good cause. And we've certainly seen that, as I said, in my visits to the region, in the briefings that we receive on the intelligence committee. This has been an important issue for us. And and I tell you what, there aren't very many organizations that we'd rather have fighting alongside us in the Peshmerga, because they're as good as anyone out there. Well, once again, it is. I agree with you. It is a very complicated region. It's a very dangerous region in some ways, and it's very you never know what the future might hold. And ISIS is a great example of that. I mean, a few years before we became aware of ISIS here in the United States, we were really quite surprised to see them rise and as quickly as they did. And I think that's a good illustration of how the region is unpredictable. But once again, that's why we need to rely upon our allies. We need to rely upon our friends and those partnerships that we've developed. And that's why the friendship that we have with the Kurdish people is so important, because it helps to bring stability to the region. It helps to bring common goals and common objectives between the United States interest and the Kurdish interest. All those things are important to bringing stability and to bring greater economic prosperity, a greater hope for expanded freedom and expanded opportunities for families and for individuals. All of those things are better served when we work together. And that's one of the reasons that we enjoy and are grateful for the partnership we have with your people. Happy to be with you. Thank you. And I look forward to coming back and visiting again.